Alright, let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Jaguar King, nice to meet you all. This is a really fast, rough draft of the Snake's Revenge tutorial. First of all, I would like to apologize for the late tutorial. This was supposed to be released before the 12-hour challenge of February 2018, but due to some issues with my controller, the select button on my controller that was not working. So I had no choice but to go and order one from eBay, and I just received it like 30 minutes ago. And I did not waste any time, I just went in and started doing the tutorial. So I'm gonna do this tutorial, it's gonna be a really rough one. I'm gonna try to explain some of the fast on the go. First of all, we're gonna go and explain, I'm gonna explain how the game controls, and then we're gonna start doing the routing. I'm gonna explain the routing for it. So, we're gonna go press start. There's gonna be this cutscene. Press A to cut it, and here we go. We are on the go. So, before we can continue, you play as Solid Snake. This is the guy on the orange jumpsuit. Control is pretty much straightforward: up, left, down, right. With the you can control them with the arrow buttons. A shoots. Shoot your weapon. There are various weapons in this game. And B is your melee attack. Start, pause the game, and select, open the menu here. You have three options. You have weapon, and your weapon controls can be bound to any of the buttons that you have, either A and B. The B, as I said before, is your melee weapon. You can have punch or knife, and the A is your weaponry, which is handgun, submachine gun, shotguns, grenades, etc., etc. Equipment is where you're gonna have your food, rations, your key cards, pretty much your equipments, like your power armor, stuff like that. And last but not least is the transceiver. This is where you're gonna receive your codec conversation or codec calls. Thankfully, we do not need to do the transceiver during the run. We're only gonna need to do it once at the beginning of the game, and after that, no more. And then we have the return, which is RTN, and this will allow you to return to the gameplay. I would like to mention that if you press select and went to your option, to the menu, you cannot return from it. You have to choose either of these menus, either of these options right here, in order to return to the gameplay, just like that. So keep that in mind. And as I said before, A shoots and B punches. Regarding the melee weapon, as I said before, you have punches and knife. Punches, the difference between the punches is that you can kill enemies can be killed with 3 punches, and the knife can be killed with one single hit with the knife. So you might be wondering, why should I use the punches and like kill an enemy in 3 hits instead of using the knife, which can kill the enemy in 1 hit? The thing is that enemies drop stuff in this game. They either drop a ration or an ammo, and drops are a big part of this actual run. If you kill them with the punches, you will be able to get them to drop stuff like either a ration or an ammo. But if you kill them with a knife, they will not drop anything. So keep that in mind. So if you end up using the knife and killing an enemy, they will not drop anything at all. That's something that you need to keep your mind on. So you might be wondering, then why should I use the knife? There will be parts in this game where you need to kill enemies and with your melee weapons instead of using ammo to kill them, because you want to conserve ammo. Especially that will happen very late in the game. So that's the controls. Let's talk about the line of sights of the enemies. First, I'm gonna go to this next area. So this is the enemy here. Their line of sight is pretty much straightforward. They only look like straight like this. I know this is not a straight line, but that's their line of sights. One thing about the enemies, their movements is always fixed, but sometimes their size, their vision size is actually random whenever they stop, and I'm gonna explain this later once I reach it. Once I reach to the building number 1. So let's get. I'm gonna reset here. I'm gonna do the routing. Clear whiteboard. Okay. Press start. Press A to skip the cutscene. You have 2 guys, extra guys that will help you through this mission. Go up, then go left. Keep going left. Go up here. There's gonna be another guy spawning in. Go here. Go left right now. Keep moving. Stop right here. Wait for this guy, helicopter guy, to go down here. Then keep going up. Then go right. Then up. And there we go. I'm gonna make a safe state here. So this is the first. These are searchlight, and I'm gonna show you what happened when you get discovered. So the whole area light up. Of course, you do not want to get discovered in this game because, unlike other Metal Gear games, enemies in this game are extremely hard and notorious as well. I'm gonna explain it in a little bit. Let me load the safe. I'm gonna explain this with the helicopter guy. Let them spawn. Okay, as you notice the helicopter guy on the right. He saw me. As you can see, he have like 2 exclamation mark. Snake's Revenge is very much notorious with these 2 exclamation mark alert. If you want to know what's the difference between it, there's 2 types of alerts. There's 1 exclamation mark alert and there's the 2 exclamation mark alert. The 1 exclamation mark alert, pretty much that if you get spotted, you can pretty much go to a different screen and the alert will go away and the enemy will stop like chasing you. However, if you have like 2 exclamation mark, the alert will not go until you either kill all the enemies on the screen or you exit the floor that you are in, and you do this by going to the nearest elevator and the alert will clear out. Snake's Revenge is a very notorious game for having like 2 exclamation mark. Almost 95% of the alerts that you might get in this game is pretty much a 2 exclamation marks. So this tells us that we cannot get ourselves detected by the enemies. If you get detected by an enemy, that's okay, that's fine, just kill them and you should be fine. But the most optimal way to do this game is try not to get detected at all. There will be parts in this game where you will get a 1 exclamation mark, and this is the part that we're gonna just rush through and not have to worry about any enemies whatsoever. So this is an important thing that I need to explain it to you guys need to learn about. So back to the searchlight. So this is where the route actually changes. If you're doing RTA attempts, what you need to do is you need to go straight up. I know this is not a straight line, but if you're gonna go to do a casual route, which I truly suggest, first of all, I need you to do a casual one. Get yourself pretty much familiarized with the game, mechanics and how it works. After that, you can start doing attempts. But first of all, I really suggest you to do the casual way. What you need to do is you need to go up, left, down, and enter the screen to the left side, which is right here, as we need to pick up rations. And I'm going to explain later why you need to do so. But if you're going for an RTA run, just go straight forward, and we're going to have to go save the POWs and save the POWs and pretty much continue to the first building. So we have these three searchlights. So what you need to do is you need to go up here, go left, stay away from them. They have a really huge hitbox, and go down, and there we go. So here we're gonna have to continue, go up, and enter the screen here, and these are the foods or rations. The game just tells you it's rations, but once you open the menu, the equipment menu, it just says food, which is, I don't know why, I think the game is confused or something. So you need to pick up more than that. So exit the screen and then enter, pick up more rations, exit, and enter as well. So you need to exit the screen from this side, as we need to avoid the searchlights. Just like that, really fast. Keep in mind, getting detected by the searchlight is a 2 exclamation mark alert, which means you need to kill enemies in order to progress. Exit the screen, go up, and then continue here. You need to hug the tower here on the left, and then keep going up. Watch out from the searchlight, and then we have our first POW, and then we're gonna continue. After that, go all the way to the right, hug the right wall or the tree here, then go down. and then right, before the searchlight sees you. And that's pretty much it. Continue forward, go down here, then right. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, I would like to mention that this game is really bad with the corner themselves. Even a single pixel can pretty much block you. I mean, just like that, so keep that in mind. You need to give yourself a wide or a bigger room so you do not end up getting stuck and getting yourself detected by enemies. So this screen with this alert, with this tower here and these two searchlights on the right, you want to enter this next screen in a specific way. I'm gonna do a safe state here. So I'm gonna show you first this room, how this screen actually looks like. What you need to do, you need to enter from this side right here. If you ended up entering from here, there are gonna be guards on the next screen and they will end up spotting you. So keep that in mind. See, these are the two guards. I'm gonna show you what happened if you get this entering the wrong way. Here they are. You got a 2 exclamation mark and there's nothing you can do, and all you have to do is just kill the enemies or reset. So do as I told you. Stay here, go down here, then go right. Now the enemies will not discover. You can see we have a call sign. Open your transceiver. This is the only time that you need to answer your Kodak conversation. This is John Turner. He's gonna call you and he says that the mission is now a go. He's gonna go and capture himself by the enemy, which pretty much oblivious that you are closer by. This is a cutscene you cannot skip. All you have to do is just wait for it. Okay, now we made it to the building number 1. I need to explain some of the stuff here, especially with the ranking system. As you can see here, the rank system here, I have 1 star. In order to pretty much increase your ranking, you need to save POWs or interrogate guards called sissy guards. And you do not need to do this on this run. The only thing that we need to do is pretty much save POWs. Every time you save a couple of POWs, 5 POWs I think, or something like that, you will end up ranking a little bit up. I think this time it's 4, I think. In order to finish the game, you need to be at least a minimum of 4 ranks. And anything less and you will not be able to complete the game, so that's why we need to save some POWs in order to rank up. We do this on this run by saving the POWs. There are sissy guards, there are other ways to rank up, which is interrogating the sissy guards. We call them sissy guards, but that's a really pain in the ass process. You do not need to do this unless you're going for 100% category, which is pretty much saving all the POWs and interrogating all the sissy guards in order to get to rank number 6, and which is the highest amount of rank you can get in this game. And interrogating the sissy guard actually really long. You need to pick up the truth gas and then use them, equip it and use it on them in order to interrogate them and pretty much ranking up. So let's continue. First you need to go down here. So as I said before, the enemy line of sights, every time they stop, it's actually is random. Sometimes they will end up looking to the right side, sometimes looking to the upside or downside or left side. I mean, I would like you to pay attention to the enemy right here and just observe his behavior. But first, let me exit this area. Okay. He went to the left immediately, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, let's do this again. Left immediately. Again. He stopped, he went to the left. Oops. He looked down and then he went to the left. He looked left and waited a little bit and then he went down. He looked up, then left. See, that's what I meant by the enemy line of sights, whenever they stop, is actually random. Sometimes they will end up looking right, left, or up and down. And that's a huge RNG factor, especially earlier in this game. So keep that in mind. You might end up getting detected by enemies really easily if you got a really bad RNG by these guards. So what are we supposed to do here? If you're doing an RTA run, this is the enemies that you need to kill with your punches in order to get drops. What we need to get is rations, because we need at least to get 2 rations. 2 rations is pretty much the best, but 1 ration is really enough, but it's gonna make things a little bit harder later after you finish this area. So what you need to do is you need to go down here, go here, and then punch this guard. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he dropped a ration. That's good RNG. Then you go to the left side, punch him, and he drops ammo, which is a good RNG as well. Sometimes you will not be lucky. Sometimes they will not drop anything, just like this guy. So what you need to do is punch the left guy. If you do not get any drops, that's okay. Just keep going. So after you're pretty much done with them, go down here, and then right, then enter this room, and then you will have to pick up, this is the first key card, which is key card number 1, and the game will automatically equip it for you. Exit the room, go up, go left, and here, what you need to do is you need to continue here, punch this guard really fast, because if you are really late, you will end up wasting your time. You will end up losing your time for you to punch him and get the drops from him. So we got a ration here. That's a good RNG as well. Wait for this guy to go up, then continue. Go to the right. And there we go. If you do not get any drops from any other of these enemies, what you need to get is rations. If you do not get any ration from any of these enemies, this is your cue to reset. Just reset and do this all over again if you are doing RTA attempts. So now let's take a look at the rations we have. As you can see, we have keycard number 1 and food. We have 3 foods. This is the maximum amount of foods that you can get on rank number 1. If you are at rank number 2, you will get 6. Rank number 3, you get 9. Rank number 4, you will get 12. Every time it will multiply by 3. But right now, 3 is enough, and we should be fine. After finishing from doing all of this, continue forward. We need to get back and exit the building number 1. Enter this room, and then enter this room on the left, and we're back to the jungle. Go down here and pick up the silencer. This is the silencer. The silencer is really important, as you need it to silence your pistol, as we need to kill enemies with your pistol. Then enter this room, and we are back to this searchlight area. Go up here. Keep that in mind. There are grasses here. Save this POW. This is our second POW, and then exit the room, or go down here and go back all the way to the building number 1. And we can continue pretty much onward. Enter the building number 1. Go to this room. Oops. Yeah, hitboxes are kind of finicky here. Go here. You can either shoot the guy or kill him with your punches. It's up to you. Go down here, then go immediately right, and immediately enter this room. We're gonna save our third POW. Then exit. As you exit, go shoot this guy. Go to the right. So this guard, if he sees you, you will get a 1 exclamation mark alert. So this is a good time to get yourself detected, and in order to finish this screen really fast. Go down here. That's a 1 exclamation mark. Shoot him. There are gonna be a bunch of guards spawning in, but just ignore them. Then enter this room. Enter the next screen from this side. It's really important to do so. And watch me as I exit the screen. The alert will go away. Go right. Shoot this guy. And then enter this room. And we're gonna pick up keycard number 2. Pick it up, exit, and then kill this guy, go left, then enter from this side, and enter this room, and then we're gonna have our 4th POW, save him, and you will end up ranking up. One more thing I need to notice, if you are low on health, if you ended up getting damaged anywhere before, ranking up will pretty much refill your health, and you will give a health boost as well. So after you save the POW, exit the room, go to the left side, shoot this guy, and this is the elevator. This is the door on the top is the elevator door. If you ended up getting spotted by the guard on the left, come on, see me, whatever. Just go to the elevator and you should be fine, and the alert will go away. So, this is the most random room in the game. Remember what I said before about the enemy line of sight changing randomly? This is a good example of this. As you can see, it's really random and RNG. What we need to do, we need to sneak in right here. Go left, down, down, left, then down. This is what we need. This is our route. So enemies will be able to see you once you are here. If you are here, you should be fine. If you hug the wall right here, you should be completely fine and pretty much continue. So I'm gonna show you like what happened. See, they cannot see me at all, but they will be able to see you once you just start going down. So this is actually the most random part. If you ended up getting detected, that's okay. Just kill the enemies and then continue. Let's see if we can get lucky. Okay, we got lucky. But if you ended up getting discovered, just go in and kill the enemies and you should be fine. Kill all the enemies, or you can return back to the elevator and reset the alert and try again. But I do not recommend to do so. Once you get an alert, just try to kill the enemies with your pistol and be done with it. So now you're pretty much down. Go left, go down, sorry, then left, and continue going left all the way. Ignore these enemies. What you need to do, enter this room right here. Go in, pick up the plastic explosive. You'll only be able to pick up one lots of explosive, which contains 5 explosive, and that's not enough. We need to get at least 15. So exit the room and then enter it again. Pick up more, exit, enter, until you pick up like at least 3 of them, and we're pretty much done. Exit the room, go all the way to the right, and then enter from here. As soon as you enter, you can either punch this guard to death in order to get, if you are really low on rations. For example, you only got like, on the first 2 guards that I mentioned earlier, you only got like 1 rations. You can pretty much continue, punch this guard, and hope that you can get a drop, either an ammo or a ration. Ammo would be good, rations also be good. Ration is by far is the most important, especially earlier in this game. So punch him, and we did not get any drops, that's okay, just continue forward. So there are cameras here. Immediately just keep going up, then go right, then wait right here. This is the safe spot. The cameras, both cameras will not see you. As I said before, enemies have one straight line of sights, and as long as you avoid this line, you should be completely fine. Did I save? Oh crap, no, I did not save. So let's do this again. Wait for them to turn around just like that and then continue. If you did get yourself spotted, that's okay. Just kill the enemies and then pretty much continue. Go up here, pick up 3 plastic explosive. Also, to skip the box, this box, press A and you should be able to skip it. The moment you pick it up, just press like that and you should be fine. Do not mash it up, or else, because you do not want to end up using your ammo or any stuff that you have it equipped. Go up here, punch this guard or kill him with your pistol, it's up to you. Remember, your pistol is silenced, so you can pretty much use it whenever you want, whenever you like. Go up here, and then avoid this camera, wait for this camera to go back behind the wall, then continue. Punch this guard or kill him, it's up to you. This is a keycard number 2 door. So open your equipment, equip keycard number 2, return, and then we have grenades. These are grenades and these are ammos. You need to pick up 3 of them, 3 each. 3 grenades and 3 ammos. And that's 3. The reason you need 3 for the ammo, because you need as many ammo as you can, and you need at least 15 grenades for the second boss fight. After you are done, go back, wait for this camera on the right to go up all the way here, and then after that, go up. Go up, wait for it to go down, then go right, then go up, and after that you're pretty much done. So this screen, there's a camera here. As you can see, there are 2 cameras. Just ignore both of them. Don't worry about them. Just continue. If you get spotted by the camera, that's okay because there's an elevator here. Just enter the elevator and the alert will go away. Go down. And then we're gonna enter this room. There are 2 guards. You can either kill them with your pistol or kill them by punching them in order to get some drops. We got ourselves a drop, and as I said before, since we are at rank number 2, now I have 4 rations, thankfully. As I said before, rations is really important. I suggest you to kill enemies with your punches in order to get drops. So keep that in mind. So coming up is one of the most things that I need to explain about this game. We have something we call contra sections, or the side-scrolling sections. And this run requires you to do 6 of them. And you cannot avoid doing so. So what you need to do is pretty much go through them, and you have no choice. You cannot avoid at all. One thing to notice, controls changes here. E right now, if you press A, sorry, not E, A, you will jump. If you press P, you will end up using your the weapon which is pretty much in your hand, which is right here. Yeah, the controls pretty much changes. If you press select, you cannot open your menu, your weapon or your equipments menu. You can either choose by 3 of these stuff that you have, which is either the knife, the ration, or the gun. The knife, you can pretty much use it anytime you want. You can crawl. If you press down, you can crawl in, and you can use your knife as well. You can jump and knife as well also, so keep that in mind. The gun, you can shoot. As you can see, the bullets does not have a good range as well, so keep that in mind whenever you shoot. You need to get closer to the enemy before you shoot in. But the one thing that I really need to mention, that if you crawl in, you cannot shoot your pistol. Keep that in mind. If you try to shoot, you will end up dropping an explosive. Keep that in mind. I see a lot of people making that mistake. They try to shoot someone while they are crawling, but they completely forget that when you are crawling and you have the pistol equipped, you will not shoot. You will end up using your plastic explosive. Keep that in mind. So, and the last but not least is the ration. You can only use it if you are pausing the game like that. Other than that, you cannot do anything at all. So that's the controls on the side-scrolling section. So let's do this again. What you need to do is just go left, continue forward. You need to jump. Oops, if you get yourself detected, that's fine. Just try to kill enemies here. It's a 2 exclamation mark once you get detected here, so keep that in mind. Also, I need to mention that if you die, get yourself game over, you will restart at the closest elevator, which is this one. That's the closest elevator what I was in, because elevators in this game acts as checkpoints. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna load the save state. So what you need to do is just start, continue, equip the pistol. I suggest you to do so. And as you enter this next room, just shoot this guy and continue forward. Keep jumping these platforms, shoot the other guy. And then we have cameras. Immediately go jump to the... Do not jump, just immediately walk to the water, which is right here. And you should be fine. So these are mines. There are 2 types of them. There's one that is floating like right now, and there are types that's pretty much on the ground, which is rolling on the ground. And I will tell you what it looks like later in the game. So normally, what you need to do, you need to get yourself an oxygen tank earlier, but that is too slow to get. So what happened if you ended up crawling underneath the water, you will see this oxygen meter pop in, but since we do not have any oxygen whatsoever, you will end up getting yourself damaged until you die, and then rest in peace. So what we need to do in order to heal ourselves, we're gonna use rations to heal ourselves and continue forward throughout the game. And We pretty much do not need any to pick up any oxygen tanks whatsoever. This only applies to the first area, to the first 2 areas of the game. Other than that, we're gonna have to pick up oxygen tanks. Okay, so what you need to do here is you need to crawl in underneath these bombs because you cannot shoot them at all. Actually, you can't. No, you cannot shoot them. Yeah, I thought you can shoot them. You can only shoot the sensors, which will pretty much show up later in the game. So go down, crawl in. You can use your invincibility frames to avoid getting damaged by the bomb and like stand up really early. But if you screw it up, you will end up taking 3 points of damage like that. Like what I'm doing here. As I said before, I only took like one damage by the water, and I used my iframes to tank the hit of the last mine, which allow me to rise up a little bit faster than I usually do. Because if you do this normally, you will end up taking like 2 HP damage, and that's pretty much it. So what you need to do is just use the iframe and you should be completely fine. So we're pretty much gonna continue forward, jump. So this is the tunnel. You need to go underneath and then continue forward. Do not shoot or press the shoot button, or else you will end up using your ammo. Here, the guard, wait for him to turn around to the left, to the right, I mean, and just shoot him as he go to the right. There's gonna be another guard coming up. Shoot him immediately as you enter. He will always go to the right, so don't worry about it. Now we're gonna fight our first boss fight in the game, and it's by far the hardest boss. But before you do so, we're gonna use a ration before you enter the room. And I'm gonna do a save state here. And we have football players. Remember the plastic explosive that we picked up earlier in this game? This is their time. This is the only time that we're gonna have to use it against this boss fight. This boss fight is really tough boss fight if you do not know how to deal with it. It's by far the hardest boss fight casually, because they can do a huge amount of damage to you, and you do not know what you're supposed to do actually to beat them normally. Because their method of attack is rushing to you like this and then pretty much keep damaging you. They do not shoot at you whatsoever. They're gonna keep rushing on you, hitting you with their huge bodies. They do like 2 points of damage each time they hit you. So they are really tough boss fight. So what are you supposed to do here? The moment you enter, skip this box and then open your menu, equip the plastic explosive, and then return. And the moment you press return, plant 1 explosive and then hold right. Just what I'm supposed to, just watch what I'm supposed to, just watch me what I'm doing here. Sorry if my English is failing me, so. Press return, plant explosive. Oops, that's the wrong button, sorry. Let's do this again. Weapon, explosive, return. Go right, then go up. Now, as I said before, the plastic explosive damaged them all. Damaged 3 of them in 1 single explosive. Now, this is the first major part. The second, what you're supposed to do here, you need to go, after they back off, you need to go and start planting explosive on this location. This is the first one, and this is the second one. In either of these 2 locations. So, and after you plant them, after you plant the one right here, you go down and then go right. Then you wait right here. You wait for them. You need to witness, you need to keep an eye on their animation. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Wait for them until they run. Right now, as I said before, they start running at you. The moment they start running, this is where you need to go to hold right, and you need to go to the other side. You need to do this on each areas. Keep that in mind. This is the key to survive this boss fight. And you do this, and then you pretty much repeat over and over until every one of them dies. So let's do this again. Sorry, plastic explosive. The moment you press return, plant 1 explosive. Go right, wait until they hit you, then go up, I screwed up. Okay. That's one die. Okay. Keep that in mind. You need. Sorry, the blast explosive actually, like, detonate after a period of time. You cannot control it. So if you have one guy left, just finish him off with the handgun and he's dead. Just like that. Or else you can pretty much use the blast explosive, but if you have one guy left, one of the football players actually left, just finish him off with your plastic explosive, with your pistol, and be done with it. So let's do this fight again. Skip the talk, press return, and then immediately put the plastic explosive. Wait for you to get hit, then go up here, plant one. The timing was kind of off. Okay, that's a good timing. Wait for you to run and then go all the right. Okay. The idea is that you need to run the moment they get closer to you. That's the most optimal way to beat this boss. And you're pretty much done. After that, you can equip your pistol. And then we're gonna continue forward. So, after you beat them, just continue. There are gonna be two guards here. You can shoot the guard on the top, or punch them if you want to get yourself resources or rations. I usually, I got a ration here. I usually punch them in order to get a ration, in order to compensate for the ration that I actually used on the side-scrolling section. If you end up getting damaged by the boss, you can pretty much use a ration and continue forward. After that, you reach the elevator, go up. So now we have some blocks here. Normally what you're supposed to do here is you need to punch them or shoot them until they explode and then continue forward, but that takes a lot of time. So what we need to do is we need to do a glitch here. You need to position yourself perfectly. It's really hard to do so. I might need to do a save state. Yeah, here. This is the perfect positioning. Maybe it's hard for you to see, but notice this this pixel, the one with the block here. You want it to get lined up just like that with snake sprites. So what you need to do is you need to punch and then immediately open the door. You have a really short time. You need to do this precisely, or else you will end up getting like bounced back, getting damaged and bounce back. So punch, and just like that. So if you are late, you will end up getting yourself damaged like that. So punch, go down, right, that's it. So now we are outside. So what you need to do here, let me do this again. Oops. Oh, come on. It's really tough to do so because you need to line yourself on that particular pixel that I mentioned. Punch, go down. That was my fault here. Come on, game. Punch. There we go. So right now we are outside. So immediately as you exit to this area, we are almost done with the first building. Immediately go up. This guy will see you. This guy will see you here, but just ignore him. This is where you're gonna have to use our pistol to kill enemies. Yeah. Go up, then go right. Shoot this guy, and then go to the ship area. This is the second area of the game. The ship seems to have started. Go up here, shoot this guy, or if you are fast enough, go and punch him and be done with it. After you're done, go to this area and enter the elevator. I don't know what's this, but I think they are elevators. Go down and into the B1 of the ship, I think. After that, you're gonna end up being here. So just normally just go to the right, sneak behind this guy, go down, go right, go down. You need to enter this room, the second screen from this area. From where I'm standing. You can punch this guy or shoot him if you want. He drops some ammo, which is good luck. I usually shoot him, but if you are low on resources, just shoot him, just punch him and hope that you can get a good RNG. You need to hug the right wall, go up, and then go right. Go down, punch this guy or shoot him, it's up to you. And then we're gonna enter this room. This is the second boss. What you need to do is just open the equipment, equip keycard number 2. Or 1, keycard number 1. If you are low in rations or low in health, you can use a ration here. I'm gonna use ration just to demonstrate. Because this next boss hits like a truck. And after that, go to your weapon menu and equip the grenades. This is where you're gonna have to use the grenades against this boss fight. So, after that you enter. So this is the boss. I call them King Hippos. King Hippos are from Punch-Out because they actually look like. There are 3 of them. The idea is that you need to throw chucking grenades at them right here or anywhere close by, because thankfully the grenade and any explosive in this game have a huge hitbox. So we're gonna have to use the grenades against them. But the thing is that they will throw grenades at you. That's their method of attack, and their damage they do a huge amount of damage to you. As you can see, 4 hits, which means 2 grenades and you're pretty much dead. So keep that in mind. So what you need to do is that you need to avoid their grenade toss. Their grenades will track you, so you need to avoid it by keep moving on specific lines so you do not end up getting yourself damaged. So what we need to do, we need to kill these guys in an order. First we need to start with this one, then we're gonna start with this second one, and then we're gonna finish the fight with this third one. So what you need to do, the moment you start the fight, go left and up, left, then up here, and then start damaging the first one, which is that guy. So just do what I'm doing right here. I just suggest you do a save state and practice this boss, because this boss can be a little bit tricky actually to beat. Throw 2 grenades. You can only throw 2 grenades. Thankfully this boss does not have any iframes. Every King Hippo, every one of them takes 6 grenades, so keep that in mind. After you've done with the first one, go to the left and then start doing the same thing with this guy. And he's done. Wow, actually, did I miss him? I think I missed him. Okay, down. It might look scary, but trust me, it is easy. Just... Oops. If you ended up getting hit, it's no big deal. Just use a ration. Okay, that's the third one. Now we're gonna go to the last one. So notice that I do not have any grenades. So what am I supposed to do? You need to open your menu and then finish him off with 2 plastic explosives. Just plant 1 close by here. That's 1. Then 2. And that's the boss fight. It's an easy boss fight once you learn what you're supposed to do and how to move inside the boss area. Trust me, it's an easy boss. Just learning how to do this fight probably is the hardest part, but once you get the hang of it, he is an easy boss fight. As I said before, most boss fights are pretty much easy, just learning how to do them properly is the hardest part. So I'm gonna do this boss fight again. 1, 2, go down. 1, 2, go down. 1, 2, go down. And he's dead. Same thing, 1, 2. Ouch, that's fine. I think I missed one of the grenades tosses. No, we're good. Then we're gonna go to the last one. 1, 2. 1. And then we're gonna equip the blast explosive. Plant 1. That was actually close. Plant 2. Go to the door, and he's dead. And that's the boss fight. And after this, go to the right and pick up keycard number 3, then exit the area, and we're done. Go left, punch this guy. Let's just hope we can get some, like, drops. You can punch this guy as well. Go down, go left, then down, left, up, left. We're gonna go all the way back to the elevator. And into the elevator. I'm gonna make a safe state here. So this guard gives you 1 exclamation mark alert. So go in, reveal yourself to him, and then punch him to death, and he's dead. So this door is a keycard number 3. Oops. Open equipments. If you have ration, you can actually use it. If you want to use your, if you're not comfortable with your amount of health that you have, use a ration. And then that equip keycard number 3. And then you're gonna enter a dark room. So what you're supposed to do here is that you need to get yourself a torch. Sorry, not a torch. A solar gun. It's not a solar gun. What it's called again? A flare. Sorry, a flare gun. Yeah. You need to get yourself a flare gun in order to light this area. But if you know where you're supposed to go, you should be fine. So there are. I'm gonna show you how this area looks like once it lights up. So let's see if I can get an alert. Alert, please. Alert. There are sensors in this area. Here we are. As you can see, we have. There are metal gears. These are metal gears. And these are sensors. Once you get discovered, they will trigger an alert and the area will light up. If you ended up getting an alert, that's okay. Just continue forward, but watch out for your health because enemy will spawn in and they will damage you, and you will end up dying. So keep that in mind. So keep that also in mind. So what you need to do. I'm gonna light the area again. Okay, there we are. These sensors, their movements are random. Sometimes you will end up getting lucky and not get spotted or detected by them. And sometimes you will not end up getting that lucky and you will end up getting spotted just like what happened right now. So the routing is that you need to go up, down, you need to go right, up, then all the way here, then down, then right. That's the route. If you ended up getting discovered, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If you are really low in health, just use a ration and continue forward. So, let's do this again. Here's the area. Just right up, then right. I got myself discovered. That's okay. I'm just gonna continue. And then we're gonna enter the door on top right here. This door. Don't shoot me. Oh yeah, and that was a kill. As I said before, enemies can kill you. Sometimes they can do 2 points of damage to you, which sucks so much. Let's do this again. Go up, right. You can get pretty much stuck by any of the metal gear. That's 2 damage. Oh my god, I'm gonna be dead. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Let's do this again. You can use a ration, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna show you that it's possible to do this area without getting damaged. Maybe not. I'm too low. Okay, there we go. So this is the ammo depot. What you need to do is just plant a plastic explosive on it. As I said before, the objective of being here on this ship is to destroy the ship. After this, you're gonna get another phone call, and then you need to escape the area. You have like 1 minute to escape. Just return back all the way to the elevator. No enemy. There won't be any enemies close by, so that's a good thing to do. Here, just equip keycard number 2. Oops, I suck at menu. I'm sorry. Equip keycard number 2. Go to the elevator. Oops. Crap. Yeah, you have to go all the way to the first floor or to the deck. After that, go all the way to the right, down, right. As I said before, you don't have to worry about enemies because there aren't any of them. Go to the right, then up, and then you're gonna enter the cutscene. You're gonna get another phone call, and then you're gonna teleport to the desert area, to a different base. So that's the first video. I hope you guys loved it. Tune into the second video of this, which I'm gonna talk more in detail on this area. Thank you very much.